too, right?
Sarah?
Yeah. So, when we would always, because our kids were not in school, would road trip with grandma. Me and grandma would drive over to Castle Rock and stay and take the kids. But for a year or so, the Beanie Babies were out, and we had to stop at like almost every McDonald's along the way. She's like, well, you can just buy the Beanie Babies and not have to give kids meals, so we would go try to figure it out. And that's probably where Davis got his drive for us to always go try to collect certain things and wait in line. We were in line the other day at Barnes & Noble to get the San Diego Comic-Con Ant-Man that just came out, along with 30 other people.
And to go with that too, we'd get a lot of food, then we'd go give it to people that needed it for all the happy meals. With Mom, remember we had all those hamburgers and fries.
I have to say though,
you guys stop pulling them?
I have to say they are actually really cute. But it was just fun because we did a lot of trips to Colorado, and I remember going to stay in line at McDonald's. Yeah. Anyways, so but she loves visiting and pulling the cousins and stuff together. So we just started when they were little.
This is my dream. All of you right here are my dream. You're my special dream.
That was a bad one.
Okay.
Okay.
Amy, next. Are you guys listening to all the?
I didn't get to tell the Heidi Heather story.
Oh, what?
Well, when I was expecting them, Dan was just, 14 months old or less. We were out in California because my dad was passing away of cancer, and Bruce was taking care of him.
He'd already passed away.
This is when he was still alive.
No, we went out.
Oh.
And so Grandpa took care of him. It was so nice. And basically then at that point, they told me I was due in November, the end of November. And so we started home, driving back to Nebraska with Grandma Ruth and Marilyn and Dad and I and Dan. And I got really, really sick. And so they put me in the hospital in Vegas and said I couldn't drive to Nebraska. So put me and Dan on the plane, and then they continued out. So before I left, the doctor there said, you're either further along than you think you are, or you're retaining a lot of fluid. And so when he got back, I told my doctor that, and he's like, well, maybe we should x-ray you. And in those days, they didn't.
So you didn't know we were
understand.
twins at this point,
No.
right? Yeah.
And in those days they didn't do the, now you can actually see the baby,
Ultrasound,
and
yeah.
everything, yeah.
And
And
you're having twins.
So you were irradiated. You had radiation.
That explains a lot.
There we go.
there we go. So they did the x-ray, and then they put a chair behind me, and they're holding it up, and I'm thinking, what are you doing? And I said, and they said, yeah, there's your baby, that one this way. Oh, and there's the other one this way, and I was so excited.
They didn't know you were having twins until
No, and I had none in my family, but I always wanted twins more than anything. And when I played dolls when I was little, I played with 2 dolls. And so anyway, they put the chair behind me. They thought I would faint from the shock or something. So Dad and I went out and bought an expensive dinner because we knew we never could afford it again.
How come this is the first time I've ever heard that?
I never heard that story. I knew you didn't know we were coming.
I didn't know that.
I didn't know the Vegas, yeah.
No, but so it was
You
so
found that out though, where you were
So
actually
you were
living,
born in
or
Las
still
Vegas?
on the way home?
No, I found out when I got back to Lincoln, and at that point I was pretty sick, and Dan was so good. He had one of those, rocking horses, and he would just sit by me and rock on the horse all the time because I really kind of
That's what a
was.
rock is. It's all Dan's fault.
Just in front of the TV now.
Yeah, we should've done that. Blocks.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, it'd be so
Anyway, and then they came so early, 7 weeks early.
Run.
Yeah.
Flip the cushion.
They came 7 weeks early, and as Dad, I never really had labor, and so I went to my neighbor and I said, I'm just feeling different. She said, well, I think you should call your doctor, and I'm like, well, if they're not coming yet. She said, no, you really should. So called Dad at dental school, and he says, I'm not going to start coming home every time you have a pain. But anyway, so she took me, and he met us at the hospital, and they were born 20 minutes after we got to the hospital. And
Dad did everything fast.
Did you water break before or just
no, I
after?
don't even remember
So did
that.
Dad make it in time?
Yes, but the doctor, he was in scrubbing because since he was in medical school, they would let him come in. And the doctor said, you know, these babies won't make it. That's exactly what he said.
To you?
No, to Dad, I didn't.
Did
He
they
said
make
that
it?
to you?
I'm not sure about that. I mean, you were the next set.
The jury's still out.
That's the other story you never knew.
That's as bad as somebody, I said to somebody, we have identical twins, you know, to somebody. And the person said, oh, are they boy and girl or each?
I can't believe the doctor said that to you right as you're going in.
Seriously.
Yeah, I figured.
Yeah.
Why did they
Didn't tell you that.
Oh, no.
Mom, why
So
did they think you weren't gonna make it? They were.
They had, cause they were
Rikers.
so little and so, so they called I'm not through, Heather.
Calling us out on the lemon bar.
They called the ward, they had a ward fast and everything, and, cause Heidi was really small, Heather was pretty small, and then Heidi kept losing weight, and they said, you need to come to the hospital and hold her and feed her, because, you know, the nurses just put their hands in the little holes, and if you don't feel, you know, the family and the love, then, you know, so, anyway, it was, and Heather came home 3 days before Heidi. Heidi.
Yeah, I can't, yeah.
Oh, I thought it was like 2 weeks.
I thought it was a month, right?
But every time I was pregnant after that, as you can see for all the others, I always asked the doctor, are there two? Are there two? 'Cause I just loved having two. I mean, they were so
How
awesome.
much did they weigh?
4 and 4,
No,
4, right? Wasn't it, or 4, 1
They-
and 4, 4?
It was 4'2" and 4'6", but they
That's
did.
it.
I got 4, 1. I got
It's
4, 1.
not bad now. In those days it was, and the thing is, they didn't weigh them. They just took them into the ICU, and they thought they were like 3 pounds each before they weighed them. So, anyway, but I was so thrilled to have twin girls. I mean, that was just like the greatest thing ever, and then all the rest of you that came too. It was so wonderful. But anyway,
That was a nice story.
that was, 20 minutes. I
Glad you
forgot
made
the
it.
hospital. But Dan,
Well, you
when
were
I
so
went to the
happy.
hospital,
Like so on.
when I went to the hospital with Dan, my first baby, you know, usually takes long. I remember you at Parker, oh my gosh. He was born an hour after I got there. 1 hour.
Did Parker take longer than Josh?
He looked like the Michelin, yeah, he was a big baby.
Yeah.
Oh,
He was chunky.
he was fat.
Yeah.
He was so
He
big.
had chunks.
I remember Heather's bottles. I took care of Parker and Heather's bottles. Like I'd go to rinse them out and it would just bead off the sides. There was so much fat in her mouth.
It was covered.
And he used to get like little like eczema in his little
Yes,
folds.
yeah.
He was so big.
But like,
Well, and you guys have heard this story. I mean, literally, like, when we got the Social Security thing in the mail, it said Porker gift. It
I didn't know that.
said Porker gift. And we got it and we go, that's hilarious, that's so appropriate.
He was.
So his nickname, we call him Porker.
He's like, he's hard Sharpay.
he was like 25 pounds at like 6 months.
Yeah, he was.
Oh, I loved his chunks in his eyes, squeezing them.
That's awesome.
Anyway, so I'm just so blessed to have all of you and all of you, and this is the most special day of my life, I promise. It's so wonderful. Oh, hey.
Okay,
Ryan?
Is it?
Is it me? Okay.
Amy.
Now this
What was
is
Heather's?
Beanie Babies.
Have you guys
The Beanie
been
Babies.
talking?
Trip Heidi's? Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Hey, this is an original. Actual original. Remember these are the green baskets. So yeah. So
Amy didn't throw that away?
We have them all lined up, and these are where we had to fold our clothes and put our underwear and our socks and everything in them. So they'd all be lined up. So this is just memories, you know, folding clothes and things like that. And then when Grandma Jensen would always come, when she would come and visit us, she'd have everything just perfect, you know, and everything.
Amy listened and participated in that lesson.
But I did that wrong.
That's where
I
know.
See, I yellow, so Mom just taught us how to work hard and stay organized.
But you
And full
You should
socks.
see Amy work now.
No, no.
I remember Grandma Jensen making me wash clean those the rocking tray.
Oh,
I was
yeah.
like, why do we have to clean these?
Where'd you find that original?
I
Where'd you find
cleaned
that?
them
I have
people
a-
off the stairs
in
that
our
Jay
house,
and
not
Ben
one-
Kim.
There's glue guns in it.
Always
But look
found
at that. I mean, it goes with the carpet and with our house colors and everything.
and rocks instead of slurs.
Which never
And you remember how Heidi would vacuum? Tell them how
I
Heidi.
think I did that once, and I've never learned it. I never eat poo. The lines. I think I poop or something. So I go the Schaefer's.
Oh, yeah, it was bad. They were the worst.
I have like a really distinct smell.
What happened?
Chunky.
It had a certain, no, it had a very certain smell.
Yeah.
It's gone.
This is
Heidi, that's
Oh,
one.
that's
Do you have any others still? This just had the glue gun and everything, and when I was
No.
going ahead, I was like, we
I
gotta show
guess I
this
can
one.
tell the story about when Heidi and Heather were in their bed and playing with their poop all over it.
Is this all of
Heidi and Heather, you did that, Mom?
You have 6 more kids.
How old were they?
Just kidding.
Maybe.
It's like 12 years old.
Oh my holy.
Well, Connor did that. He took his diaper off, finger painted with it.
I know kids did that. I was one of those.
So glad I never had any poop stories like that.
Worst thing is what Dan did to Heidi and Heather. Y'all know that.
For the life
He was cleaning their hair with Lysol, burned practically white and Heidi.
That was the cleanest her hair's ever been.
And do you remember when we'd stay up talking in the bed? Do you remember and Dad would be like, I'm gonna come down with the belts, because we would stay up at like, good night.
Yeah.
Remember we'd
Good night,
stay up
love
and
you.
I stuffed a.
shove it up and right, and we're gonna we jump up on our
Remember
bed.
when Julie's cat would have kittens in the closet every 6 months?
Yeah, or the room seller, spay or neuter any of the cats. And then Dad would run over and Grandpa stepped on it.
Somebody put them in their milk or something.
I remember that payback where the wheat was, and that was so.
One suffocated in the flour, and then Blackie and Buckley chewed one up.
Grandma Jensen stepped on it.
No,
I started to break the cat over. I remember finding like a leg and something. I remember there was one of his carrots, there was a leg on the
Then somebody threw one off the deck.
What are we talking about?
Cat. Cat.
We inadvertently barbecued one of them. Remember that, the barbecue that
What
was
were we, 10
I'm not sure.
I know. You're terrible with that.
You guys realize I am filming. I'm recording all this, right?
So it was a serial killer that came out of
Hey, Beeston.
I only have 15 minutes of footage left, so let's roll.
All right, Julie.
Alright, so I have pom-poms. His mom's my greatest cheerleader. As I think she is for all of us. She's, always wants the best for all of us and is always, supporting us. And I have this picture that I love
love that.
of Mom and I
Pass it around. That was
when I was a cheerleader. Let's see.
You were a cheerleader?
And this is when I was in high school. So I was Sarah's
Easton,
age.
pass that around. Grab that.
I'm the same age as Sarah there.
You were gonna be a senior?
Yeah, you were, because I was a junior there. So anyway, so Mom's my.
I remember that vest, Mom. I wanted to wear that. Barbara.
That's a good wear that vest. I thought that was
What
our
year was
vest.
Yeah, that might be our vest.
Show it to Ron. Did you see it?
Easton, hand me that phone.
Rook.
I know, she picked cheerleading. I was there watching them.
I was there until May of 18.
Okay, Ryan, you're up.
Okay, Ryan's next, guys, we're almost done, okay?
Ryan's going.
All right, Mom, you were the moral compass for me. I was a savage as a young man, and there were many times when I might have said or done things that were not in alignment with the teachings that a parent wants to bestow upon their child. I remember one specific moment that I called my cousin Wendy a beep, and you grabbed me and washed my mouth out with soap.
Did you hear that, Easton?
Wow.
What'd you call her?
Easton, did you hear that? Wash Ryan's mouth out with soap.
Wendy?
Well, just
And more moms should watch their kids. I'm not saying here, I'm saying in
And
society.
there was one time when Mom thought that we were going to go watch, me and my friends were going to go watch Basic Instinct, which my friends did do. And she went down to the theater with Sister Forrester with a
I
flashlight.
remember that.
I
Yeah.
walked up and down looking. I was going to pull him out.
Hey, listen to your friends.
But it was because you taught me better that I didn't make it down there.
Where were you? Grandma
Grandma
we
did
were
come
hanging
and
out with
find
her.
me and Bethany and Heather at Smith's and pulled us out of Smith's.
Jenna,
during
can I
church,
have my
during
phone,
Sunday.
please?
Yeah, I'm trying to get.
How'd she know you were a sister?
Tough love.
Well, you gotta enforce it, right?
Right.
Heather, come.
Hey, I have a little stat book.
Oh, is that the real one?
That's not the real one.
Where is the real one?
Yeah, I want to find the real one.
So a little, when
It's in
grandma,
Washington D.C. in the National Archives.
Yeah, it's along with their 3,000 recruiting letters.
grandma used to just take her little spiral notebook and write all the stats. I'm sure some of them were a little padded at times.
Oh, no, I was totally
Give you some bonus skills and assists.
Triple double every game.
I wrote everything.
So grandma was the cheerleader and grandpa, I can't say that without involving grandpa, because he was always there with a video camera
Yep.
as well,
The big
behind the
video
scenes,
camera. Yep.
filming the games.
Oh.
And then I forgot a spray bottle that used to, grandma used to, when I would play soccer, we'd have tournaments and it was really hot, grandma used to run along the sidelines with me and I'd come over and she'd spray us off with water to keep us
Mom
cool.
or grandma?
Grandma, Mom.
Chris.
So,
Christine.
yeah, that's mine.
Oh.
Is that
So
true?
they-
I want to find that book.
So
That was
grandma and grandpa
precious.
were the biggest supporters of all of us, so.
And everyone around them knew, so they knew where they were
All right,
talking.
Megan, you wanna record Jeff?